think it's you, Lynn.
Good Tuesday evening. That said Saturday. I forgot he didn't do the right one for that was supposed to. But hey, we got the countdown right. Welcome to another edition of Sideline Junkies Tuesday Night Flight. Of course, you see my handsome face. It's me. It's the big guy KG. The man next to me is the man that writes all the checks, keeps everything going. That handsome man is the boss BJ. The handsome man on the other end is our other brother. The man that oh shit, I can't even get it right. That's Delonte. I'm all fucked up tonight. But I'm here. I can't even get it right. Oh man, I'm sorry,
Oh,
Delonte.
it's all good. It's all good.
I'm discombobulated here because what I had planned didn't work out the way that I want. So, but
Nah,
it's
it's
all
all
good.
good.
You got the man of the hour, Tower Power, too sweet to ever be sour, Delonte.
There you go.
I will never not do that again. I can't bring you in without bringing you in right. So
There you
Nah,
go.
it's all good. There it is.
now, fellas, we got a lot to talk about. And Delonte, I know this one right here. This right here. Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos pending a physical.
And
I'm
his
gonna let you.
approval, right?
Yeah, and his approval. So I'm gonna let you handle this one because resident Broncos fan, you got to take it.
To say that I'm elated is an understatement. To say that I'm excited is an understatement. Um, Russell Wilson, man, that's a franchise, game changing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Um, Nothing racial, a black quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And an elite quarterback at that. Probably what was he, 9-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champ. This dude, he's done it. You know what I'm saying? And especially he's done it over the last few years with probably one of the worst lines in the league. Um, their line is made of like paper. You know what I'm saying? My sons can block better than the Seahawks offensive line. Um, Speaking of lines, hopefully, our GM George Patton is going to shore up our line because our line is probably just two notches better than theirs, which ain't saying too much. But it all starts from the top, and for us to get Russell Wilson, man, I'm super excited. You know what I'm saying? I had to call a couple folks. You know what I'm saying? When I got the news, it was like New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Like the ball dropped or something. So, you know, all that. Oh, you got another quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Talk down. You know what I'm saying? Say something now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I will say this, and BJ, you and I talked about this earlier. Washington must didn't put together that big of a package because that was the deal. Hey, get Russell Wilson, get Russell Wilson. They must didn't put together a big of enough package. And how much money does Denver have under the cap? Because Russell Wilson don't have a small contract.
I believe it's 46 million.
Yeah, they got enough.
Yeah, we got enough, and we got enough to re-sign Von Miller, which I believe is next on the docket, and to get
We
a
talked about
stud
it.
right tackle.
Mm.
We talked
So
about that. Me and KG talked about that early. We ain't gonna get in it too deep on the show. We're gonna probably set aside another show, another day for that. But you know, congratulations to the Broncos. They get a top 10 quarterback in the league. It's definitely an instant upgrade, and it takes their team to another level. But what I was saying, and I hate to be the guy that rains on the parade. It's just like you go into a division with the Kansas City Chiefs right now is the cream of the crop in the AFC. And I don't think when you talk about, of course, this is now probably more than likely the best QB division in football. They have four solid teams. The Chiefs being the cream of the crop. Then you have now the Broncos. You have the Chargers with Justin Herbert, and you still have the streaky Raiders. Even though they're not as consistent when they're playing their best, they can beat any of those teams. So there's a lot of parity in this division. But here's the thing: why, if I'm Russell Wilson, do I go to Denver to fight with Patrick Mahomes for the division area? I think for me that's a win on Patrick Mahomes on Mahomes belt. I just don't like, and I'm not trying to sound cocky here, and I told KG this earlier. And everybody knows I root for Buffalo. Like that, I don't want to say it doesn't move the needle, but I still feel like my Bills are, number two. Russ is going to have to go into Denver and prove that, you know, he got some weapons. He got some weapons in Denver, so that that's definitely not the issue. My thing is, it's like, are you going to get out of your own division? Because the Chargers are going to get better. Justin Herbert's going to get better, and then Mahomes isn't going nowhere. Like that's we talking about Russell. Russ is 33, I believe.
Uh, 32.
32. So it's going to be interesting to see. I don't get it. We talked on the last show, KG, about Washington, and everything we said is a whole bunch of reasons not to come to Washington. It is a complete shit show. The rumors were that the Seahawks wanted Chase Young, which is, I don't know how true that is, but if I'm Washington, I'm like, no. And then, to look at what Denver gave up is nowhere near the quality of Chase, a player of Chase Young. They could have gave up the draft picks. So, yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't know why Washington didn't get into that. I would just assume they didn't want to go to Washington. But if you go to Washington, you got Jalen Hurts, you got that team. You can beat that team if Russ comes to Washington. You got the Giants. They got Brian Daboll from the Bills, but it's like they still got a lot of building to do. And then you got the streaky Cowboys. Like, to me, if Russ went to Washington, they're the favorites in the East automatically. I can't say the same thing in the AFC West because they still got to fight with the Chiefs and prove they can compete with that, and beat them out for the division. Where like Kansas City's damn near penciled in for the AFC Championship. Until somebody knocks them off, it is what it is. But Denver definitely upgraded today. I can see Von Miller going back now. It's going to be an interesting squad to see the 22-23 season.
I'm gonna say this. I think I think this definitely makes us a playoff team. Will we be in the top four? No, we'll be a wild card team. But I think our division now will get three in. Us, the Chiefs, and the Chargers, with the Raiders out. Um, I I'm trying to think. Yeah, I am. As far as Washington and what they try to offer, from my understanding, they try to offer their package was way better than ours. Was way better, but I think when it came down to it, he didn't want to come here, and then Seattle, they weren't willing to trade him within the conference. So I believe that's what kind of worked in our favor. But I believe the conversation has been ongoing for months, secretly, between us and their franchise. If you look at some of the memes on Twitter, what's the movie with Tom Hanks, Castaway, where they paint the face on the volleyball. That was like the symbolic, just image, regarding the trade that took place today. Um, but yeah, no, I will say it's still gonna be a tough hill to climb. There are a lot of memes. I seen a meme that says Denver goes from having the fourth best QB in the division to the third best. Um, I got to give props to Justin Herbert. Dude's gonna be a superstar, a superstar. I got it. And then Mahomes. Mahomes, he didn't really, and I'm not hating. Um, he was, of course, he did his thing, but he was still kind of sloppy this season. And then you saw what he did in the AFC Championship against Cincinnati, choked in overtime against them. So I don't know. I'm hoping that Russ can at least help us end our losing streak against Casey. I believe they done beat us hmm, 10 times, 10 straight times. So Russ getting in there, he get acclimated with the system, and you know what I'm saying, we can like get some wins. But I definitely see it as a playoff team. I think that Buffalo, Kansas City is still the class of the AFC. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
And you have to pay a high price to get a top 10 quarterback in this league. You got to pay an even higher price to get a top five. But what you just said is just like to throw all that draft capital to be a wild card team. That it's just like that blows my mind. Like I and to be truthful, and it's not because Aaron Rodgers lost the championship, multiple NFC championship. I'm not giving up that much for Aaron Rodgers because what is he, 38?
37, you're ready to turn 38. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not. If unless I don't know, it's hard to put a price on winning because if you feel like your team is right there and you just need that piece, it's a lot of teams that are a quarterback away. They feel like from winning, being competitive. So it's just like all that to be a wild card team. Like what Delonte said has some truth. He might not be better than Herbert when we talk about quarterback. Like Herbert is mean. The Chargers lucked up. Now, I ain't gonna say they lucked up, but the Chargers got them a gunner, and we talking about young gunner. So I know you itching to talk over there. I'm gonna let you go.
Y'all keep coming for Russell Wilson, talking about third best quarterback, and not. I think he's staying shoulder to shoulder with Patrick Mahomes, and when they say anything other than him being top tier elite, for those of you that are watching on Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube, you see Craig of the Creek up there. That's how I look at it when you diminish Russell Wilson and how he performs. He's that dude. That's how I look at y'all when y'all say that. That's exactly how I look. Like, come on, son. He went to Denver. It's gonna be a good move for him. I mean, does it equal a Super Bowl? No. No. They're gonna have to put some more pieces back together. But once again, Denver has another franchise quarterback. You had Elway. Then you had that period of time where you didn't have a franchise. You bounced around from Brian Greasy to Bubby Brister. I can't even name them all. Jake Plummer. Now you had Peyton Manning. Then after that, well, you had Tebow first, and Tebow we trust. Let's not even go away from Tebow and the greatness that was him. But
hey, Tebow had folks going to church, reciting church scriptures and everything.
Getting kids suspended from school too for Tebowing.
Yeah, I saw that. That's just because I guess it's kind of funny about the religion and aspect in school. So yeah.
But now you got Russell Wilson. So I mean, I'm not hating. I'm a little disappointed, but I can't be disappointed because if Washington would have been in this position, they would have messed it up.
Think so?
I know so. They would have messed it up. They would have brung Russell Wilson here, and they would have said, "Okay, Russ, we know you're good on rollouts. We're gonna put you in a shotgun. We want you drop straight back, stand there, and throw." Now I said something to BJ earlier. Speaking of Russell Wilson, and the reason why I put him in the category of Mahomes, Russell Wilson is a sawed-off shotgun version of Steve McNair. He can run, he can pass accurately, but he can also scramble to make plays down the field. That's what he is. I give him that. And Steve McNair was great at that. But he's also a warrior, just like Steve McNair. Steve McNair played a lot of games hurt. Russ can do it too. He has done it. And I think this is a really good pickup for Denver. May not be, it should be Super Bowl or bust this season, but it may not be. But
Super Bowl bust for us.
yes, this
Ooh,
should be
that's
super. Let me tell you something. Kansas City is wounded.
no, they
Justin
are.
Herbert, they're wounded. So what do you do with
Mm-hmm.
a wounded dog? You put them out of their misery.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas, the Raiders, they're not the same team they were 3.5, 4 years ago. We were talking about they got a shot. They're not that anymore. Justin Herbert, he's coming into his own, but I don't think next year he gets over the hump. Or this year he gets over the hump. So yeah,
And why do you think he does get on the hump? I just want to hear what you say.
sophomore slump. Same thing Patrick Mahomes. Every great quarterback goes through. What are you doing? Jesus Christ. Can you go in your room and do that, please? Thank you. God. Sophomore slump that every other quarterback goes through. That's all. It's not nothing that he can control. It's just gonna happen because once you got a rookie quarterback that's hot, you figure out how to beat him. They did it with RG3. They did it with Kirk Cousins. They do it with every great rookie quarterback. So it's just the defense is figuring them out, and they're gonna know how to play them. That's all.
Man, I understand what you're saying, but that boy is good. We're talking about a complete package when it comes to quarterback, can make every throw on the field, and just accurate. So we're going to see. It's going to be very interesting. The AFC West is going to be a very interesting division. And now, I mean, every game can be prime time. Broncos, Chiefs, Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, it all across the board. It could be those can be prime time games. People are going to want to see Justin Herbert. People want to see Russ in the new Denver outfit, and of course, everybody wants to see Patrick Mahomes. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this folds out. So, but congratulations to Denver. You can't start that climb unless you have a top 10 quarterback. I say it all the time. If you don't have one of these top 10 quarterbacks, unless you got a elite running game and a great defense, which a lot of people don't have both. You got running game and I think Tennessee's on the verge. They have the elite running game. They had it until Derrick Henry got hurt, and they got a really solid defense. I wouldn't call them elite, but I think they're on the verge of that. But we're going to see how this works out. It's going to be an interesting AFC.
Yes, indeed it is. And speaking of Super Bowl or bust, other breaking news that came out today: A-Rod to stay in Green Bay, $200 million for 4 years, 153 guaranteed. That is actually Super Bowl or bust. And you asked the question in the Sideline Junkies 24/7 Group B, and I'll ask it to you two gentlemen. Over under on Super Bowl appearances. No, over under on Super Bowl wins. Hell with an appearance. It don't matter. You can show up to the dance, but if you ain't taking the prettiest girl home, it's a wasted effort. So over under on Super Bowl wins in Green Bay.
I'm I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go under. I think out of this 4 years, they make it once. They make it once. It's oh man, that's a hell of a contract. Um, Especially for a guy like he's a winner in the regular season, but when the playoffs come, you just can't get it done, man. They just can't get it done, and out of his illustrious career, he's only given you one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's all for individual accolades, but one Super Bowl. That's I don't I mean no hate. Congratulations to that man. He's definitely one of the best. But 4 years, 200 million. That's 153 million guaranteed.
Yep.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Mm-mm.
And so what you're telling me is it's okay to give $200 million to a 38-year-old quarterback that has not won a playoff game in how long? Let's see. He won one in 2020. 2020, but he's 11-10 overall in his career in the playoffs. 11-10. So out of he started in his first playoff game was 2009. So from 2009 to 2021, that is 12 seasons. 12 of those seasons. Let me see. No. Take that back. 11 of those seasons, he's been bounced.
That's a lot, bro. That's a lot because 4 years, $200 million is Super Bowl. Like 4 years, $200 million. They got Devontae Adams back on the free agent tag. I need 2 Super Bowls out of that. They don't have to be back to back. And I just don't think he's going to deliver that, man. I really don't. Not with the firepower coming out the AFC. I just don't see it. You still have to deal with Kyle Shanahan. You still have to deal with that. I'm trying to think of the other. Give me another NFC powerhouse. Tampa Bay isn't
The
that anymore.
Rams.
The
The
Rams.
Rams,
You
yeah,
still
Super
got to
Bowl.
deal with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see him. I don't see him winning one. I think that window was last year, losing to the Bucks in the NFC. They had that game and they let Tom Brady work his magic, and the Buccaneers work their magic, and they lost that game. And I really thought that was his window. I just don't see them beating anybody if they get there. That's all. I'm going over under 0.
Over under for me. At 4 years, you need to have 4 Super Bowl appearances and at least 3 wins.
You know that's not gonna happen.
Hell no, it's not gonna happen. And I'm with you. It's 0 because Aaron Rodgers is great in name. Aaron Rodgers is great in the regular season. Aaron Rodgers does minimal things in the postseason. And we're talking 11-10 from 2009 to 2021. That's 10 years you've been bounced from the postseason. Normally, outside of the Super Bowl year, 2016, which was a great year, they beat the Cowboys that year. I love that. But 2016 was the only year other than the Super Bowl year that they won more than one playoff game. He's a one-trick pony, one and done. That's it. And in the playoffs, that's not saying a whole lot. If you're supposed to be an elite top-tier quarterback, you're supposed to be one of the greats. So, I don't get it. And I'm not feeling it. That's just a lot of money for a 38-year-old quarterback. I mean,
but when you have, even with his playoff failures, he's a top. We talking about top 3, top 4 quarterback. Depending on who you talk to, they're number 1 or number 2. But let's just round them out in the top 4. Because you got Mahomes, you got Allen, you got him. Who am I missing?
Well, it would have been Brady, but Brady's gone. So I guess you would. Man, who would you put in that fourth? If anybody chimed in and said Dak, you are smoking. You know what?
No, Dak definitely isn't in there. I mean, I think Lamar will probably round out. I mean, and then we talking about just. I know when I say quarterback, he does a lot, but I mean, let's say top 3. Let's just say top 3. He's in the top 3. You have to pay that money for a top 3 quarterback. Just think of any team that was going to trade for him. The draft capital you would have had to give up for him was going to be astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
And man, you talk, and we talk Commanders, and I was just like, for the draft capital you had to give up for Rodgers, it's not worth it. He's about to be 40 years old.
He's not Tom Brady.
And he's not, we don't know how long, but for all of that, go get Deshaun Watson. He's younger. He still puts you in the top 10 quarterback category. But Green Bay, they got their diva. Hopefully their diva can win him a bowl. I don't think he will though. I really don't. I
You
think
don't
that
think he'll win one?
say it again.
You don't think he can win one? At least
Nah,
one?
I just don't see it. Not with what he has to deal with in the NFC. And like I said, when he comes out, if he does come out the NFC, what he has to deal with in the AFC coming out the AFC.
Chiefs,
You got a
Bills.
starving Buffalo team that
Mm-hmm.
have lost AFC and divisional. They're starving to win. They're starving. You got Kansas City, dynamic as ever. Now you got the Chargers and the Broncos. You don't forget Baltimore, and you still got Cincinnati. You still got to deal with Cincinnati, and Tennessee.
Yeah,
You
Derrick
still,
Henry will be back.
yeah, you Derrick Henry gonna be back better than ever, ready to go next year. That's the only thing that derailed their season was him getting hurt. Um, but yeah, they're gonna definitely gonna have some. I don't see it, man. He like I said, the proof is in the pudding. It's not like we talking about a 23-year-old quarterback that won the Super Bowl 4 years ago and playing really great. We're talking about somebody that's shown you basically what he can do his whole career. Aaron Rodgers is not going to change who he is as a quarterback next season. He's not going to all of a sudden come out and can throw 10 yards longer, be more accurate. He is what he is. There is no more ceiling for Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, but he is what he is. He's a great quarterback right now, top two, top three, depending on who you talk to. But he cannot win in the playoffs, and that's over his career. Like the only difference between him and Kirk Cousins is the Super Bowl. Kirk Cousins putting up stats. I mean,
4,000 yards every year.
every year. So it's just he don't have the playoff win. So if Kirk Cousins, and I just want to put this in perspective, if Kirk Cousins won the Super Bowl next year, he has as many as Aaron Rodgers.
Think about this. And this is a meme that I seen. Delonte was talking about memes, and it was an A-Rod meme. It said 30 years. 30 years from 92 to 2022. You've had two starting quarterbacks. You've had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. And out of those 30 years, you only have two Super Bowls with two of the so-called greatest quarterbacks of all time. I don't think that's you're not getting enough bang for your buck there.
Yeah, my bad, brother. Yeah, I agree with you. It's like, look, you got, I don't like putting the number one tag on a receiver, but Devontae Adams is that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got him, but we say it all the time. Your quarterback is the one controlling the game.
Touches the ball every snap.
Touches the ball every snap. Yes, you need defense. You need defense help. Buffalo proved that. You need help on defense. You need your other parts of your units to come through, special teams and defense. But when you get the ball and you fizzing out when it count, you're gonna be 14-3. He gonna throw for 4,900 yards, 48 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, 68% completion percentage. And then get his ass kicked in the NFC Championship game with divisional round at home.
At home. Oh,
he can't even defend. He can't even defend Lambeau Field. We're not talking about him going to Tampa Bay, going to San Francisco, going to Minnesota. We're talking about Lambeau, his home turf. He can't defend.
Well, things gonna be different when we get a playoff game in Green Bay.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I would like to have this in Green Bay. You got it in Green Bay, and them boys that digging in mine for gold took their goal and ran. Like, be careful what you ask for,
because you just might get it.
You just might get it. So 4 years, $200 million. In my opinion, 0 Super Bowls. But you have to pay him that money. You have to, because he's Aaron Rodgers. You have to pay him that money. That's just like if for some reason Tom Brady said, "I won't play one more year, not with the Buccaneers." That's Jordan money. Remember the 1 year, $30-something million?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can see Brady 1 year, 60 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can,
49.50 guaranteed.
yeah,
The
49,
rest of
50.
it incentive.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. So,
Let me tell you this. If Green Bay want to give a 38-year-old quarterback, such as Aaron Rodgers, $200 million, I know they can give me at 40 at least 6.5. And I can guarantee more playoff wins. I guess y'all not gonna back me up on this one, huh?
No.
I was gonna bring y'all in with me. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, no, I
my
got your back.
9-year-old bugging me. That's how I got kicked off the stream. She kept FaceTiming me, so I'm trying to let her know that Daddy is doing something right now, baby. So
Your 9-year-old trying to FaceTime you. Mine's over here making a book, stapling everything now.
hey.
The joys of having girls. You're lucky,
Absolutely.
Delonte.
Yep. All boys over here, y'all. All boys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Last but not least, now this is gonna cause a rift because we're on different sides of the fence, and Delonte may be on one side or the other. He may be caught in the middle of this one. But Calvin Ridley suspended indefinitely, voiding his $11 million contract for betting $1,500 on football. Now I'm gonna take this first because this is the unpopular opinion. Was it wrong? I guess you could say it was wrong, but here's my thing: if he bet on football, but he didn't bet on the Falcons, I don't see it as a problem because these teams in the NFL, they push these sports books. You got sports books in stadiums now. We got a sports book in FedEx Field. You got the sports books in Las Vegas. Now everything is all about bet. You DraftKings has a thing. You bet $5, and if this scenario happens, you get 1,000. You bet $5 and this happens, you get 1,500. I don't care about none of that. They're throwing bets at you, and I understand. Okay, well, it's wrong to bet and all this. This is a different age and a different time. I told BJ earlier this when the news broke, was that yesterday? I said, okay, this is why I don't agree with the lifetime ban that Pete Rose got. Yes, he bet on baseball. He bet for his team to win. I get that. That was back over 30 years ago. That ban needs to be lifted. He needs to be put in the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying Calvin Ridley is in the same predicament. He bet $1,500. I don't know what he betted on, who he betted on, but if he didn't bet on himself and he didn't influence the outcome of a game, this is a new day and time. Just like they have to revise the drug rules and what is quote unquote performance enhancing, they have to revise these betting rules. This should not be an indefinite suspension. If anything, it should be 6 games or 8 games. Guys are actually using PEDs and getting less time. They're getting 4 games. But you're telling me betting is an indefinite suspension? He can apply for reinstatement in February of 2023? Are we serious?
We talked about it earlier. And Calvin really should not be allowed to play in the league ever again. He shouldn't be allowed to don another NFL uniform ever. Ever. Okay? You're a grown man. You know the rules. Once you become a player, whether it's whatever league you're in, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, whatever it is, you become an insider. And they know what he bet on. I think it was a 3, 5, and 8 game parlay or something like that. Doesn't matter the amount of money. The problem is you become an insider. Once you don whatever uniform, whatever league you are attached to, who's to say that, hey, are you playing today? That's more. That's already more information that me or you or anybody else can get. You betting on a close spread game, or such and such to have so many catches, and you know that he texted you like, yeah, I'm gonna be a game time decision, but I'm not playing. That's already inside information you're getting. Now, I'm not sure how the gambling rules work with the leagues. I'm not sure if he can bet on NBA, cricket, soccer. I'm not sure how that works. If he can, then the bet should have been placed there. But they had a list up, and it's like 6 or 7 guys in the history of the league that got caught betting, all the way back to the beginning of the league in the 30s, I believe. So we're not talking about this is problematic and hey, we should visit this because it seems like guys want to do it. It's a rule, just like when you go to your job, and if you work for such and such restaurant, you can't go work for the other restaurant or competitor at the same time. They tell you that when you sign up to work for them. It's your choice whether you want to continue to work for them or not, knowing that you might have a part-time job over there and you can't do it now because you work for the competitor. And any competitor, you could be a trucking company and not be able to work for this company. So the betting thing, like I said, I don't have this information. I thought it was so funny, and we said it earlier, and I'm gonna touch on it a little bit. I thought it was so funny that Von Miller posted yesterday that he wanted to make a return to the Broncos. Who's saying that Von didn't get a text from Russell saying that, yeah, I'm picking the Broncos? That's insider information. What if Von placed the bet? Because that's a bet too. Where's Russ going to land? Commanders, here, there. What if Von puts it? And I'm not saying he did, but that's insider information. He put $2 million on Russ to land with the Broncos. He done made a profit. Yeah, he's a multi-millionaire, but money's money. Calvin Ridley, and let me tell you why else that I feel strongly. He basically quit on the Falcons. They lost Julio Jones. They weren't going to be a good team. And this is where it's bothering me because a lot of people are claiming mental health for a lot of things to get out of shit. Ben Simmons, mental health. He was MIA in Philadelphia. As soon as he get traded to the Nets, he's on the bench, chilling, laughing, smiling. Calvin really said, he needed time away from the game for mental health. As soon as he took time away, I think this happened in November last year, he betted on the game. So you're telling me your mental health is good enough so that you can count your financials and bet on a game, but it's not good enough to help your teammates out on the field. Like it doesn't, it's not connecting to me. Your mental health, if you need mental health break, that's from everything. So if I'm if I'm the commissioner, he doesn't ever play again. I set that example, and I let these guys know because you got the team in Vegas now. You got a whole host of problems in Vegas that we've seen over the last couple of months. Well, not a couple of months, but the last NFL season, we've seen players get in trouble and doing different things that only Vegas can bring out in you. But if they're gonna change the rules, fine. But right now, the rule is a rule. Calvin Ridley should not be able to play again in this league.
Delonte.
So, well, first of all, can y'all hear me?
You muffled it really, really far away.
All right, my bad. Can y'all hear me
There you
now?
go. There you go.
All right. So, my thing is this. I think a 6 game suspension would suffice. Like a whole season, man. Like that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? For all that, he might as well have hung with Josh Gordon. You know what I'm saying? And been to the shenanigans with him. Like suspend that man for a whole year. And I think the bet was something small with like $1,500 or something. It was like our type of money. I think it was small. Also, on the other hand, I also think that boy he wasn't thinking like, come on, man, it's risky. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these sports figures that it happened to, like Pete Rose. You know what I'm saying? It's just, come on, man. Like you gotta use your brain. You know what I'm saying? And if you really, were interested in sports betting, use an alias. You know what I'm saying? Why his username was Calvin Ridley one. Calvin Ridley one. Like you gotta be serious. Calvin Ridley one. And you know what I'm saying, you out here, just doing that. And then it's like a small bet at that. $1,500. And come to think about it, it might have been 15,000, but I believe I saw 1,500.
I think it was
Like,
1,500.
yeah, 1,500. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that depend on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you got a mortgage. You got, overhead expenses. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you got a homeboy or five that call you. You know what I'm saying? You probably take care of a few family members. You put all that at risk over FanDuel and $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Trying to cover the 3 to 5 and 8. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, it definitely warranted suspension. Not sure if it warranted a whole season. Um, I would be surprised if they try to appeal. Well, actually, can they appeal?
I think so, but it's gonna be upheld.
As it
Tough break.
should be. As
No.
it should be.
See, 1,500 cost them 11 million. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And smokestacks on Twitch, which is TT. Right, not sitting right. I'm with both of y'all. Whole mess could have chilled in the slot machine if you want to gamble that bad. I agree with that. But now,
Yeah.
you bring up something. We go back in time. We look at, we can go back 25, 30 years. There's no longer betting taking place in the back of a bar in the back room where you open up the sliding door and you go through the bookcase and it's a whole chalkboard of everything that everybody betting on. You got kids running numbers. We're not talking about that. Gambling is legal. Sports books are legal. Okay.
They are.
I get not betting on your sport, but even if you do bet on your sport, bet on something that you don't have the influence of the outcome. You say, oh, well, you have the inside track. What do handicappers have?
You do.
If you don't want me to bet on my sport, what do you put out an injury report and lines for?
The handicappers aren't signed with the NFL though. They're not under contract.
But they still have inside knowledge. That's what I'm saying. They're still insiders.
If you gave inside knowledge right now to your competitor, you'd be fired instantly. Breach of contract. Right? The handicappers don't work for the NFL. Nobody made Calvin Ridley go to the NFL. If he felt so strongly about betting, he could have been a damn handicapper.
Okay. Then what do you call Jay Glazer?
Jay Glazer isn't signed with the NFL.
So being with Fox and doing an NFL show, that's a contract with the NFL. Jay Glazer is a handicapper.
That's a contract with Fox. He's not signed. It's a contract with Fox.
Jay Glazer is a handicapper.
If Jay Glazer go run a 40, he's gonna blow his ACL, MCL, and LCL. Okay.
Well, okay, Rich Eisen. Then let's talk about him. Rich Eisen runs the 40 every year.
Yeah, but do he bet on games? He can't.
He's a handicapper too.
Yeah, but he
got inside information. They have what I'm saying. I'm not saying Jay Glazer bets, but Jay Glazer can tell you. They call him and say, "Hey, this person's in, this person's out, this person's playing, this person's not playing," and we joined by Lady C tonight.
Hey, Lady
C.
Hey, what's going on, Lady C?
How you guys doing? Long time.
Good to have you.
Good. Can't complain.
I don't want to be the face of the franchise. Wait a minute.
Oh no, baby, it's all on you.
About to order
you, buddy.
So no, put it back.
These jerseys,
back on now.
These Russell Wilson jerseys.
Go ahead, what you were saying. Don't get all starstruck.
Don't get all shy now.
On there.
Oh,
Don't get
don't worry
shy
about it.
now.
I ain't shy for you, baby. Don't worry about it. Anyway, no, but you can't. I'm not saying Jay Glazer he's not a better or handicap, but he has inside information. If you don't want me to bet, why put out the information off the break? Who's in? Who's out? Is this guy playing? Oh, this guy has an injury, so he's a game time decision. Why are you putting out this information if you don't want me to bet? They put out that type of information for bettors. Now, you telling me as an NFL player, I can't play fantasy football if money is involved. I can't play any parlays. I can't do any of this stuff. Here we are in a new age and time. Sports books are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have apps, DraftKings, GameBet.com in DC. I forget what Maryland is. They opening the sports book down at the MGM Grand. If it's not already open,
it's already open.
It's everywhere. You have to relax these rules, just the same way you have to relax the drug rules. Now, I'm not saying, okay, this guy tested positive for cocaine and he ran a 3.640 because he was on cocaine. I'm not saying relax that. Marijuana suspensions, Josh Gordon and all those marijuana suspensions should have been lifted a long time ago. I don't care how much you smoke. It's not going to help you catch a ball faster. It may slow things down for you a little bit, but it's not going to help you catch a ball faster. It's not going to help you run faster. Come on now. We got to get up with the times. This is a BS suspension, and it should not be for an entire season.
Okay. So then you're cool with your kids breaking the rules.
Rules need to be amended to catch up with the times.
So if their school called you and says okay for them to smoke weed, you be cool with that?
We talking apples and oranges, baby. What I'm saying is, okay, if you don't want me to bet, then don't get in the bed with the betting apps and everything. And the NFL is in bed with all of those betting apps. Don't get in bed with them.
They absolutely, I agree with you 100%. But then Calvin really been like, hey, you know what? I like betting more than football because I signed this. An NFL contract isn't one page. An NFL contract is it's a whole book. All right.
And you got to sign several times.
Yeah, they have their rules, and it's clearly laid out about betting when you're associated with the league as far as, you sign a contract. So it's just like, hey, look, I get what you're saying. If the NFL want to lift betting, I think that's a whole nother ball of wax. But what I'm saying is Calvin Ridley, one, quit on his team, claim mental health, which can't be the case because you were feeling well enough to bet on an NFL parlay. It seems like you were in good mental health to figure out what 3, 5, 8 game parlay could win you money off of $1,500. If you can figure that out, your ass need to be on the field catching balls. But he didn't want to do that because the Falcons were bad and Julio left. He didn't want to be no part of that. Remember when he did it, KG, we thought he was going to force a trade. Remember when we thought he was going to force a trade, and I don't think he wanted to look bad or whatever the case was, would be. But cool, if you want to bet on the NFL, cool. But if you sign a contract with them, the rule ain't changed yet. You signed the contract. Nobody made you sign this contract with NFL. He's lucky it's not a life suspension or life ban. I would have banned his ass for life. Because like I said, it's so funny that we saw Von Miller talk about going to the Broncos yesterday. And then today, look who the Broncos get. Russell Wilson. Like I said, if you were a betting man, if you knew Von Miller and Von said, hey, go put $1,000 on Russ going to the Broncos, go make you a quick $10,000. That is insider information. You won't get in trouble. He just gave you the information. That's different. He gave you the information and you ran with it. Now, I'm not sure how deep the contract goes if their family can't because I was gonna say if he had a brother or something, maybe he could place the bet. But I think it extends to their family, doesn't it? Immediate
Well,
family.
I believe so.
So
Yeah,
it's
yep, immediate family.
yeah, immediate family. So it's just like, yeah, bro. If you wanna bet, if you wanna roll on NFL games and parlays, bro, go at it. But you signed an NFL contract and you just lost $11 million for a $1,500 bet. Congratulations. I want you to put a little thing up here in this corner right here that say dummy of the week. Can you do that? Dummy of the week. That's
I could put Craig up there. I could put Craig and the Creek up there. Lady C, we're gonna give you a chance to get in here. Calvin Ridley, suspended indefinitely. $1,500 bet cost him $11 million. What is your thought on that? Are you going to side with myself and the smart man Delonte, or are you going to side with the boss BJ, who is just being archaic and not even trying to budge on these rules?
I'm gonna have to slightly. I have to kind of play Switzerland here. Because I agree with both sides. Honestly, yeah, rules are rules. Um, and he dumbass, like dumbass from like Red Foreman from that 70 show, dumbass. Like, why would I place a $1,500 bet knowing that this is what's at stake? He shouldn't have done it. You know the rules and you know that there are consequences because there are rules. Now this isn't, I mean, I think just for the whole season, if that's all he's getting, okay, you deserve that. I mean, you deserve more than that, but if that's all they're going to give you, yeah, that's what you need to take, buddy. Because you need to sit your ass out. You need to be, banned from it. I agree.
Here we
I'm
are.
just saying. I agree with both.
Here we are.
Like, probably, I don't know how harsh it should be. I don't know how harsh it should be. But
6 games.
6 games.
6 games.
Nah, fuck
You
that.
get
Go
less.
ahead.
You get less time for testing positive with marijuana, but
Nah.
you get you get less time for testing positive with cocaine. You get 2 games for cocaine. Ask Lawrence Taylor. But you're gonna give me a whole season for betting $1,500. Scared money don't make money.
Well, question: did he win? Did he win the bet?
I don't
Yep,
think
he won.
He did win.
Won.
Oh,
you know how much he won?
I think.
How much did he win?
I think after taxes it was like 1043 or something.
Wait, he only won $1,000?
Yeah. No, listen to me. I don't know. I'm lying. I don't know.
Okay, so let me run this math. He plays a $1,500 bet.
Oh my goodness.
Let me see if I can make this make sense. You didn't sign a multi-million-dollar contract. You done plays a $1,500 bet, and you only got a couple of thousand off of it.
Well, you get the $1,500 back, and then a couple thousand in profit. I mean, I guess that's how it works. I don't know if he won that or not, but Delonte, can you confirm or deny that?
I honestly, I don't gamble. I pay enough. I lose enough money paying bills to be trying to goddamn gamble and throw shit away. Hell, I think I stopped betting whenever BJ took my $5. But that was the end of my betting spree. But nah, Just don't do shit. Like quit being stupid. Like it's time out for people to quit being stupid.
Mm.
I I've dealt with I got about 40 ignorant ass people I got to deal with on a daily basis. I dealt with all 40 of them motherfuckers today. I need people to quit being stupid.
Mm. Well,
Mm.
I'm gonna throw this
So,
to you one more time, Lady C, and I'm gonna ask. We're gonna go back to some earlier topics on your feelings. Aaron Rodgers, $200 million, 4 years, 153 guaranteed to stay in Green Bay. What are your thoughts on that? Because that kind of sort of affects you and your New Orleans Saints because y'all ain't got no quarterback.
um, we ain't got a quarterback. We ain't got a team. We ain't got a nickel or a dime in this game. Um, I think Aaron Rodgers should go ahead and retire. It's just personal feelings. Like he needs to. He's getting worn out. He's wearing down. He's not in his prime anymore. He's wearing down. He needs to go ahead. The money, mm, I I don't know. I don't care. Just it's time for him to go ahead and hang up those cleats and try to work on his relationship.
Okay.
That's it. That's all.
Now, last but not least, Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos, Delonte's Denver Broncos, pending approval and physical. Yet again, it's another quarterback that's needed, and it's another quarterback off the market. Your thoughts?
When that's my first of hearing that shit. What that's first I've heard of that.
Oh,
Why
yep,
in
it
the fresh blue
happened
hell
earlier.
would he go there?
The
What does
potential
it
to win Super Bowls.
what benefit of is that to him?
Uh, he's in the best division as far as quarterbacks. he.
Real quick, it said Washington and another team tried to acquire Russ. He invoked his no trade clause.
Wow. Nobody wants to come here, but why would you?
Um, I mean each trade, like each opportunity, each trade that's done, each new new acquirement of a new person to your team, it always presents an opportunity to win that coveted title. Um, but on the back end, what does it benefit him? Russ is an amazing quarterback. He's doing great for Seattle. What? Why does he feel the need to go to Broncos that's not doing the best? Um, I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I need to read up some more on that.
So, as a conversation, the Saints, from what I was reading, are looking to bring in Teddy Bridgewater. Your thoughts?
Yeah, we definitely we need any damn body at this point. Shit, I could put my kid in BQB. He might can handle it. Um, we need a team. We don't have that. We just got a coach. It was more so a promotion for him. Um, no big deal. No big deal there. Um, this upcoming season is gonna be. I foresee it being worse than what it was this season. Tell you the truth. I mean, Bridgewater coming back, that'd be great. Um, But with like I don't know with Taysom, if Taysom's coming back, Bridgewater, we may be able to have a decent 1-2 punch with it. But other than that, no. But yeah, we definitely need Bridgewater back. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with the bouncing back and forth and playing ring around the rosy with him. Maybe it's his past injuries and people probably thinking that he's a high risk to take, and or maybe he feels more comfortable with the Saints and them taking that risk with him because of his injuries. But yeah, it'd be great to have Bridgewater back. I love my Teddy B.
Well, we got one more piece of news to jump into really, really, really quick because as you can see at the bottom, it's about that time to wrap that shit up, B. So, Bobby Wagner got released by the Seahawks. Any
What?
takers? Any takers?
Never.
Washington, 31 years old,
It's gonna be plenty
six-time
of takers.
first-team All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler, led the league in tackles in 16 and 19. In the on the NFL 2010s All-Decade team. I would love to have Bobby Wagner here, and because I don't think we're going to sign back John Bossett, but imagine Jamin Davis, Cole Holcomb, and Bobby Wagner together. Cole Holcomb and Bobby Wagner together, they sideline to sideline guys. So I mean, I'm tooting my own horn with that defense, and he would be a great quarterback for that defense. And then
Hey, bro. Nobody wants to come to Washington.
You don't have to keep saying it. I know that it's a shit show. Shit. I mean, damn, man, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna make a reel and be like, Bobby, we gonna call you Boucher. Come on to DC. We are Commanders.
Or
Bum.
Virginia soon.
Yeah, the Virginia Commanders. Yeah.
Oh, y'all are moving vagina. You said vagina Commanders? Wait, what?
No, I didn't say
Is
anything
that what
about
I
me.
heard?
I didn't say anything about me. I said Virginia. But no, the proposed stadium locations are 3 spots in Virginia that are 30 miles away from DC.
No, that's not going to work because I mean that opens up too many doors for jokes. Like y'all already, opened up a shitload of doors with the Commanders name change.
Exactly.
But now y'all going to vagina. I mean, well, Virginia.
Kick the door open.
Kick the door open. Yeah, Bruno Mars this way. Okay.
I'm gonna leave the door open. I'm gonna leave. Where you at? You supposed to be with me.
And we gotta dance out of here, brother. We over an hour.
Yeah, we are. All right.
I'm sorry I'm late, guys. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. You come on anytime you want. We're gonna give you your time.
Oh.
So Lady C that had her time. The boss BJ, the man of the hour, Delonte. I'm the big guy KG. We can't say we don't do no overtime. It's the second time in a row. But make sure you check us out. All the social media platforms, everything. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. Thank you everybody for joining. We don't do no overtime. We are
out of here.
Peace.